You're Black American, right?
Yeah.
But where are you from? In terms of like,
This
do you
is
know
another
what
viral
country-
video.
Do you know what country you're from?
Yeah, I'm from
Do you have-
America.
No. Ethnically,
So
where
hold on,
your answers-
hold on. So let me ask you this question.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this question.
Go on.
They say everybody comes from Africa, right? Is that what they say, right?
That's what they say.
They say everybody in the world comes from Africa, right?
That's what they say.
So my question to you is, where do Russian people come from?
No, they don't say everybody.
He said everyone in the world
They
comes to
said
Africa.
everyone-
So
So
everyone comes to
everybody in
Africa.
the world comes.
Who said everybody in the world comes from?
Scientists.
That's what they say. Scientists
Everyone
say
originates from
Yeah.
Africa.
Millions of years ago.
Everybody originates from Africa.
Yeah.
So when you say where am I originally from, would you say that to Chinese people?
Yeah, and they say China.
China, yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
exactly. So I'll say I'm from America. I was born
Okay,
in
no,
America.
but if you
How where you from?
if
Where you from?
I'm Kenya, Somali.
Somali.
Somali. All right, go
Born
ahead.
in Kenya.
You got
He's
a phone?
African.
I got a phone?
Yeah. Get your phone.
Oh, dude, I got no service out here.
You got a phone? Yeah, Google.
Yes.
Go ahead.
No, my question to you is, if you look at your family history and you
Where did
actually
they
go
originate
back,
Yeah, I know more
where
about.
do you-
I know.
Where do you
I
feel like
know.
you're from? Or where do you know where you're
I know I'm from
from?
America. I know more about my lineage than you know about yours.
Have you done a DNA test?
DNA test does not
That
confirm
never-
ethnicity.
I'm gonna say
Don't
one thing
even
only. You and me relate more than you can relate to him. You know why? Because you are first generation African born in the UK, as I am a Mexican Mexican born in the US. Granted, it's the same continent, yeah, but I can literally go. My parents are immigrants to the US, so me and you are more similar than you are to him, because his people have been there
I
for
agree,
hundreds of years already.
But
So
I'm saying before that, do you know where you originate from?
There were
before
black
America?
people. There were black people in America before Christopher Columbus came to America.
So do you think your lineage started in America if you go back?
I think that
Go back.
I do think that it depends on when you consider a start point for anybody. Because when it comes down to even to you, you're from Kenya. You got a phone?
Yeah.
Google the census for Kenya. Google what is Kenya's first census. And I'm going to show you right now, like in general, I know more about my lineage and my history than you can ever know about yours because your particular community of people never documented your history. Majority of your countries are fairly new. Kenya was not originally Kenya. It was colonized by a group of people, and then they stayed it in Kenya. It was called the Berlin Conference. During the Berlin Conference, when they split up. So Kenya's first census was in 1969. That's how long your Kenyan people can go back with the affirmative paperwork of how long you have been there. Before it was named Kenya, we were hunters and gatherers.
No, that's valid. Yeah.
So you can't say you're from Kenya. You won't be able to say you're from Kenya because up until 1966 is when they had their first census. Us, I'm in America, we had our first census in the 1700s. So
Because that's when they were brought there.
that's when the war for 1776 happened in America, when we pushed away from the United Kingdoms. And we documented everybody that was in America at that particular time. So when you sit down and say, where you originally from, I can ask you that more than you can ask me that. Because at the 1700s, I have more documentation of where my people come from, my lineage, than you do. That's why some of the people from your country, their birthdays are all like January 1st on their birth certificates. So,
That's cool.
so when people
What's,
say,
what's all this to say though? What's this leading up to?
you can't sit down and say, I'm not from America because you have no documentation of where you're from. And I can sit down and say, I'm from America and I can date back all the way to 1700 that proves that from a definitive lineage and timeline. And you can't go back to 1800 with your timeline.
Nah. I see what you mean in terms
So
of
it's like,
going back
how
to
can you
the-
ask me where I'm from and say, and you're saying
Fair
from
enough,
Africa?
because you- In that sense.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Fanboys.
Yeah, you got.
But that's but you just learned something, you know?
I see where you're coming from. Like
Yeah.
your point of view is it makes a lot.
It's
of sense.
like, yeah, you can't confirm me. You're from Kenya.
So in short, you're Black American.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's what you identify as.
Yeah, but at the same time, not everybody's a Black American. If you go to America right now,
There's African Americans there.
yeah, but there's two different types of African Americans. There's Africans who transitioned over to America that were not here during Jim Crow. We're not here during the slave, any of that situation. They just arrived after all the work was done. They're not the same as me. I've been there. My bloodline's been there. We've been through that whole situation. We're as American as it gets.
I see that.
So,
But then why could we not say that we're Black European if we're Black people that live within Europe? But you can say you're African American.
no, you're European because you were born in the continent of Europe. Just
Yeah.
like him being Mexican never stopped him from being American.
No.
He just was not an American citizen. His parents weren't, or bloodline wasn't an American citizen. But he was American by being born in the continent of Americas. So you can say like, oh yeah, I'm European American, or I'm, sorry, where are you from?
Nigeria.
So you're Nigerian British.
Yeah.
Don't let people say that you're Black British. No, black is a term that references a historical lineage in America. That means that when you go back in history to look at our history, it's all been blacked out.
So you're saying that the term black was created for the Africans that were brought as slaves?
Not
Because
just
it was-
Africans who were born as slaves, but it was a tribe. It's a tribe. It's a particular tribe, a particular lineage. A lot of people associate black with the color of your skin. But in America, you always had a tribe. You always had identify with, in Africa, you always identify with your particular tribes. You know, that's why when I say, what are you? You say, I'm Nigerian. I'm from tribe of this and this. You guys don't say, if you meet another African, you're not going to say I'm African. You'll say, no, I'm from Nigeria. I'm from Kenya. I'm from this. You're tribes. So in America, just like right now, when they say you're black British, it's stripping away your names, where you're from, and saying you're just black British now. You lose your tribe. So don't let them say I'm black British. Like, no, I'm Nigerian British. And keep your tribe. For us, that's our tribe. So it's not just about the color of your skin, because all black people are not the same. It's melanated. We're all melanated, but they say, yeah, but we go through similar situations. I'm like, yeah, so do Mexicans, so do Indians, so do...
Do you
But
get curious about your past before America?
no,
You could be like Congolese. I could strongly see.
I don't really focus too much on his story, because that's his story. History is his story.
So you focus on your story.
I focus on creating a better story for myself so I can be remembered in the past. So when people think about, like, everybody's going to be holding, so like Michael Jackson was my great, 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 great grandfather. I'm going to make that for me. You know, and then like, I want to pass 3 generations. That's Squirk. You know, that makes sense.
Do you think culture is important? Like, why should anyone care about their culture or culture in general?
A lot of people right now are identifying with the black American culture because it's very uniquely different. Down to the style, down to the fashion, down to the way you guys talk, you all consume and adapt to the black American culture, which you ultimately lose your own culture.
Not me, guys.
A lot of people.
I know you.
I'm just saying, like, that's what's
I'm doing
happening.
that shit all now.
When you dress, like, you can easily go and address and identify with specific things that associate with your particular culture. But because you've always been shamed by other cultures while being in their particular land, this is not your homeland. So in Africa, you guys have all people that look like you. You know, this is normally a white society. This was all white people at one point.
So you're saying we get shamed for dressing how
So
we
when you
look?
came over
Yeah,
here,
definitely.
yeah,
Definitely.
when you came over here dressed in your natural clothing
So
gear,
look at your puffer jacket, and you look at, like you said, a predominantly white area. They always got their polo, sweater, button-ups, and everything. So you be look.
really.
Oh,
Nah,
you know,
what are you
know
talking
why?
about?
'Cause you're used to it.
you can't
But
walk
that-
into the rich like this.
True. I can't walk
Yeah.
into certain establishments dressed like this. But that makes sense though, because there's a certain dress code.
Yeah, but now
You
think
have to
about
adhere to.
your culture, traditional style.
So now it's talking about
Would
like,
you be able to walk
I wear
out?
that traditional style.
Hey, why do
Would
you
be able to go into like?
Why do you wear that at home?
No, I
Yeah.
could wear it outside.
When's the
And
last time?
I do
Why
at
aren't
certain
you?
times. What, right now?
Yeah.
What, the
Come
chemise?
closer.
Yeah, the kameez, yeah.
Come closer, huh?
Like we're talking about like
The Somali traditional clothing.
Because everybody's gonna look at you and be like,
No, I mean,
but you
I
see that
couldn't.
people wear
I
it,
couldn't
bro.
care.
Like,
Yeah, yeah.
you put the
I thought-
puffer- you put
have
the
you
wear
been
it, put the
around
puffer
yeah, I've been
And you haven't seen, like,
Whitechapel.
Somali
You know some of the guys with the like the
the long
Long
clothes?
The Jewish people?
No.
Oh,
Somali.
like in Whitechapel where they have like the beards and
it could be any.
yeah, I've seen that, but I'm saying
long thobes and that.
I think I disagree with you there. I think we wear what we want.
nah.
Genuinely.
Look at your default. Look at your default, right? Let's be
No,
real.
but partial assimilation doesn't take away from the fact that these guys still take pride in their
So
culture.
why are you only African?
No, but
when
there's
you're
a million
home?
reasons why, bro. It's like it's
African
minus
when you're
whatever
home.
degrees. They're not gonna be wearing the
That's what I'm
stove.
saying, when you're home, yo.
Why are you only African when you're at home?
I eat Somali
African
food.
when
I
I'm home.
speak Somali language.
When you at home, name me an African shop in London right now.
Tasties, simple.
I don't never heard of that.
Oh, you go there. It's African food.
Is it good? No. Why you laugh like that? Is it good though?
Yeah, it's good.
Is it good? Why you not looking?
I haven't had it.
I've not had it, so I can't.
What do you eat in Africa?
You guys are supposed to take me to a Somali restaurant
There's
today.
a Somali restaurant
You
in
gotta
Whitechapel.
try
I forgot the name of it, but there's a nice Somali restaurant down in Whitechapel.
Yeah, you know do y'all know about Whitechapel?
I don't know about Whitechapel.
Whitechapel is where Jack the Ripper used to kill most of the people.
Wait, what?
No, most of the people. There.
We strictly gang shit. Gang, 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 gang.
Victimizing yourself.
Gang, 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 gang.